$500 groceries. Yes, it may be supplies, but $500 in one shop? I don't understand.
But I still believe if we shop at No Frills and Food Basics and whatnot, things are still a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think I don't have a Costco
And
membership?
going out for supper, whether Kevin paid for it or not, whether you paid for it or not, Veronica should have said, no, I cannot.
But you had said we are paying for it. I know that for a
Because
fact.
Kevin and I are getting married next year and we're together.
Okay. Now, you have to think on your mom's side. What
Oh,
kind of, hang
yeah,
on.
no, go ahead, sorry.
What kind of picture is being painted when mom is going out for dinner, when mom is putting deposits on a place in Florida, when mom is driving that expensive truck when it's not paid for yet? A lot of your brothers and sisters see this picture and they feel, why should we give Veronica help? She can afford to put the fuel in that truck. She can afford to make the payments on that truck. She's still living in that expensive home. Why doesn't she put it up for sale?
You know what? Just leave. Just leave.
You won't listen to the...
You know what? Just leave. Because you know what? This expensive home.
Mom, they're here. We should talk. Explain our reasons. We explained the reasons in the email.
In the letter, in the email. This expensive home, for me to sell this expensive home,
Yeah?
why don't you rip off everything that the kids have? They've lost their father, they've lost the support of the church, they've lost their friends, they've lost their family. I feel like an alien in my family.
we
We let you talk.
Okay,
you guys
sorry.
let me talk.
Okay. Say it nicely.
I feel like an alien in my own family. I live in a glass house. I have nothing to hide. My truck, yes, it's almost paid for. Yes, it burns fuel. But do you know what? I drive nowhere. I drive so little. And that car that's in the driveway is not my car. It's Mallory's.
And Mallory doesn't understand mom's situation. Mom,
Mallory
take
does.
my car.
Mallory and Alexandra, you guys have no idea how much my family has sacrificed for us. I have been alone, on my own, for a year. And this is the first time I'm coming to you guys for help. I haven't had help from the deacons since April. I am doing this on my own. You know what? My kids, this one does not want to go to Guido. If I'm not getting help, Guido doesn't mean a whole shit of anything to me. You know what? I volunteer my life for the school. I have given our church so much. I have given this family a lot in time and in effort and trying to organize things and hosting Christmases. And when I need some help, through no fault of our own, this is what we get. Yes, the place that I have a deposit on in Florida, you know what? That was a deposit that my husband put on a year ago. Instead of getting the money back, when the dollar was shit, I said to them, keep it for the next year. Because when I did that, I had no idea where my family was going to be in a year. So it's not like I'm hoarding money away and I'm buying places and I'm doing stuff.
I don't think we said that you're hoarding money away and buying
She's
places.
explaining
I'm
the deposit,
explaining
that's
why
all.
that deposit is there. I didn't put it since Andrew left me. I put it a long time ago. And for me to lose money on it, at the time when I told them to keep it, I was begging and praying and pleading for my husband to come back. And maybe that our family would be whole. And that we could do this trip. It's Jillian's last trip that she could possibly do as a teenager. And you know what? Quality of life. Why should my children suddenly have nothing? Nothing. No father, no security, no anything. They see a mom like this. They see mom taking counseling meetings. They see mom having elders meetings. They see mom having deacons meetings. They see mom constantly watching money. They see mom constantly working. In the last 2 weeks, I've worked 75 hours in the office. And then I probably did hair every single night except for Friday and Saturday night. I am
Veronica,
working my ass
think
off.
we are condemning you for
You
what
are condemning me for everything I do. $500. I don't do Costco for a month and a half. I don't do no frills. And I go to Costco and I buy everything that we need. And yes, it might be a $500 bill.
But still, I'm not saying Costco's cheaper.
Oh, for shit's sake.
We get our small groceries at No Frills when we need to get them.
Okay, so are your intentions still to go to Florida in the spring?
She was.
I don't know.
Have you seen the letter,
Calm down.
the email your daughter sent to the family?
Yes.
You did.
She read it to
Well,
me
I
that
tell
night.
you,
Okay.
every single
Well,
one of your
this
aunts
is
and
a
uncles
stab.
is
This
pissed
is a
off too.
stab in the back to your whole family.
And everyone not replying was what?
You know what?
I
You
had
know what? We just cannot jump on the bandwagon when Mom says we need money. We have
Okay,
to talk
but that's
say
not what
I
I
need
asked
money.
for. That's not what we asked for, and that's not what I was yelling at. I said this is not a plea for money. This is a plea for help. Because Mom
even
got
an acknowledgement.
Mom
Veronica,
got no
we're sorry
responses.
that you're dealing with this.
Okay.
Veronica, we are talking about it. Give us a little bit of time. An acknowledgement.
That's what
I got
love-
ignoring.
For the love, you cannot say your family is not there.
Your brother Dave was willing to pour out money, but after this, he's not sure that he wants to do it.
Okay, fine. You know what? Whatever.
You know what? I am ready to put money out. Your sister is ready to put money out. We have a life as well.
then can we talk about
Theirs
this?
is totally different than mine. I'm paying $4,000 a year for Christian education for my grandson. I am not paying yet, but very shortly I will be a member of Anchor Home. When Chris goes to Anchor Home, I have another $375 a month
Do you know
I have to
what?
pay.
What your life is, that's your life. It's not ours. And we're not asking you to justify anything, Henry. Not at all. I put it out there that we need help because the deacons keep saying to me, family needs to step up first.
Family needs to step up. But Veronica, you're talking about going to Florida. It costs money to go to Florida. It costs money to pay for that place down there. When you're living and
It is not
when you're
costing
getting
me a single thing,
when you're
and
getting-
I can cancel 30 days in advance.
So
you know
Florida
what?
means
Then
nothing.
in my opinion, you should be canceling Florida. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's that?
Never, ever so depressed in my life. I'm suicidal. My mom doesn't know that, but I'm suicidal. I hurt myself. I have this agenda. No, this notebook filled with every single emotion that I feel because I can't cope with them. I've tried counseling. I've tried so many things. But this house, these things that mom tried to do for me, they're everything to me. And these cats, because if you get mad at us for giving food to our cats, these cats are happiness to me. These tiny little things eventually do add up. It's so much to me.
Listen, do you think we're here to totally reject you? Because if we didn't care, we wouldn't have been here, you guys.
We know that.
Henry wouldn't have been on the phone the whole weekend with every single one of the brothers and sisters.
Yeah, but you know what? The day I sent that email, I knew people were talking. I had a sister here who I knew was talking to someone. I don't really want you going to the park. And not a word from either of those two.
I want to just say that email, I'm sorry if that was a slap in the face because that was meant to be worded quite respectfully, and I was told by a couple of people that it was very respectful. I wanted to show that I was really upset because Mom hadn't heard. That's the only thing that I was saying. Nobody.
Obviously, these people who replied to you were not family members.
Yes, they were.
Well,
She had an aunt say, good for you. Good for you for standing up for your mom, because it's about time someone did.
All we wanted was just.
Well, Veronica, we were here a couple weeks ago with you, and I think we showed some concern to you. and Willie asked you to make a list of things that had to be done around the house.
You know what, Nettie? Fixing the house right now is so minor to me. I have immediate needs. I need groceries. I need for my hydro to get paid so it doesn't get cut off. That's what I need. I don't need my roof repaired. Those little things I can do.
But Veronica,
So it's not-
when the family hears that you're putting deposits on places in Florida,
Henry!
Veronica,
You know what?
Veronica,
Why
that is
does
a
the
picture.
family talk about Veronica behind Veronica's back?
This is why we're saying it to your face.
Yeah, finally! That deposit was made in 2013. I'm not
Right.
putting deposits on a place.
Veronica, I can
you're-
name a few more things, but
Oh, go ahead, Nettie.
how about your camping trip?
My camping trip. I got invited by Ellie.
I understand that.
Come, Veronica.
And it was paid.
Veronica.
And it was paid by Art. We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah?
But what about a liquor store trip?
A liquor store trip.
200 to the tune of $200 for the week.
Not quite.
Who came up with that number?
That doesn't need to be said.
Oh, it's obviously Art. Beer that Jillian had that she contributed to. A bottle of tequila, which is still sitting there. Brandy that has been in my trailer since 2 years ago. The
How does Art come up with that amount then?
Okay,
If
because
say
you know
it
what?
is
It
Art.
came with me. This. Who drank this? Riley, John, and
I'm not asking that, Veronica.
Veronica, please
You know
don't
what?
call
No,
it
we're
again.
just
You know what?
explaining.
Question us, listen, question us
What?
if we're wrong.
in a few years ago.
Veronica.
This one of
Veronica,
Rebecca.
I don't want to see that. All I'm saying is, this is what we heard, and question us if we're wrong. Did you go to the liquor store?
Yes, I bought a box of wine, and I bought a 6-pack of Corona.
Well, you don't have to bark at us like that. That's what's so
No,
it was
but
wrong.
you guys are all willing to talk about Veronica's expensive lifestyle. This bought by Alexandra. This brought by
You know what?
Alexandra's friend. You know what? Everybody wants to come. Everybody wants to judge. Everybody wants to judge every single thing I do. But you know what? Nobody asks Veronica. No, let's all talk about Veronica behind her back.
They're here
And
to
how
ask
dare she
now.
ask me? Guess what? This Christmas present from a customer. I can't stomach alcohol anymore. I can't stomach food half the time.
I
So-
understand. But Veronica, we are only here as for our whole family.
To find out why this picture is being painted this way. This is the information that we gather, that we are told. We're here to talk about it. Is this true? And if it is, then we need to do something about it. If it's not true, you know what? Then
Okay, is
tell
anything
us.
clearer?
Is anything clear? Yes and no.
Okay, what else?
You're living in a house that
We-
needs bills paid. There's a
We-
mortgage that needs to be paid.
Yes, there is.
I'm told this house is mortgaged to the hilt.
Who told you that?
$400, $400,000.
Michelle, or Veronica, we don't need names right now.
Yes, I think I have a right to have names.
No.
We've been told that this house is mortgaged to the hilt right now. You can't afford to pay the mortgage. We're told, with the money that you have, because you can't make ends meet on your bills, on your fuel, on your groceries, everything. So you're coming to the family for help. You know what? You're living in a big, expensive home. Do you not think that moving, putting the house up for sale, you know what? You say, and I've heard Mom tell me this, you slapped Mom in the face once with the phrase, how
Okay,
far
let's
do
say
I have to
things
go?
Nicely. Let's say things
I
nicely.
am. I'm not raising my voice.
No, I know, but it's
You've
not
told
all
Mom, how far do I have to go before I scrape the bottom of the barrel? You know what? I honestly think you need to know